Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from 6, and today we're checking out a JJK versus video. We got Toji versus Jogo. Huge Toji fan. He's just an absolute beast. He's a monster. He absolutely wrecks whenever he was on. The way he went into, I'm terrible with names, but like the other curse domain, he just goes in and just absolutely trashes him. And the fight with Megami as well, just all over him. Like, he just, whoa, nice fight with Gojo. So I feel like Toji has definitely got this. Because Jogo and Mahito are definitely the two strongest, the four disaster curses. And it's debatable whether Mahito or Jogo are the strongest. Personally, I feel like Mahito is. But yeah, let's see how this goes. I think Toji's got this, but let's see what Six has to say.
After both of them catching pretty big W's last week, with Toji exercising Doggone all on his own, and Jogo taking out 3 grade 1 level sorcerers.
Yeah, I mean, he did. That was something else. Well, I was just like, what am I watching here when it's the anime? But yeah.
Within a minute, Toji and Jogo had impressed everyone, but within that impression of two powerhouses, naturally came the discussion of which of these two is stronger than the other.
Yeah.
Today, me and Broken Ronin are going to give you the final answers to this question and go over why Toji versus Jogo really isn't a fair fight. Obviously, go check out Broken Ronin's channel if you like.
And someone suggested this, and there I took a snapshot on my phone. There's 2 videos from Broken Ronin that I'm going to show. And no. Something or other, but there's basically 2 other channels that you guys have been recommending that I'm going to be checking out soon as well.
JJK content, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel as well, so you don't miss more JJK matchups like this one.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so Ronin, I thought I would, to start this off, ask you what you think about, in the latest episode, Jogo hiding around the corner until Toji left with Megami to confront the rest of the sorcerers.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh, he's
bro,
just
I've
waiting.
been seeing those memes, and that I can't lie, is killing me. It's killing me. The thought of Jogo just sitting there like, damn, I saw what he did to
Yeah,
Jogo.
it's like, oh wow, I like that. That's quite
Going
funny.
out
Yeah.
Like that.
So when it comes to Jogo, how generally do you think he compares physically to Toji anyway?
So with Jogo, he's kind of an interesting character to scale, because I think everybody knows this, but he gets like very, very bad matchups, right? He fights Gojo in his first fight. He fights
True, yeah. He always gets paired up against people that are just like freaking out there.
Sukin in his second. And in terms of like physical speed, strength, durability, all that stuff, we don't really get to see that
I mean, he does okay, but yeah, they are big contenders that he's always put up
much
against.
of that there, because he's just being completely overwhelmed. Speed wise, he's pretty decent, right? We know that he's probably the fastest disaster curse, at least up to this point. Maybe you can make an argument that Mahito might have better scaling, but I would say that Jogo is probably like a pretty quick fighter. We know that.
Well, yeah, the way he snuck up on all 3 of them, there's boom, boom, boom. It's like, whoa.
Characters like Maki, for example, are able to, at the bare minimum, react and perceive Hanami in combat. Now, Hanami is clearly above this version of Maki. However, this like Maki, who is at the bare minimum the same level of scaling, because she didn't, unlike Nanami and Nobito, didn't really take that much damage in the domain. She kind of gets hit like once or whatever, and she seems mostly fine. Jogo pulls up, blitzes Nanami, cooks him or whatever, and then completely perception blitzes her.
Yeah.
Burns her, and then kind of keeps it pushing. And I think that's pretty interesting, because it's like,
Just in an instant,
it shows
just like,
that when Jogo
damn.
seems to be going at full speed, he is able to make up for a pretty large difference that he has in like his durability. If you've seen a bunch of power scaling videos regarding like Jogo or Hanami or any characters that are kind of in this level of tier, you're probably aware of the whole statement of 5 black flashes and a strike from Playful Cloud would instantly just body and exercise Jogo in the way that it didn't do for Hanami. Jogo kind of makes a personal comment about how none of those attacks would ever hit him. And I'm not gonna lie to you, based on the feat of like perception blitzing Maki completely to the point where she isn't even aware that he's behind her.
Yeah,
it
it's
leads me to
just
believe, maybe there's some credence to that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
behind her,
maybe there's
boom.
like a point to what he's making there, that like his speed and strength basically allows him to quickly approach and dispatch characters
Just
without needing
dead
to
quick,
take a lot of
yeah,
hits
yeah,
in the first place.
So there's also something pretty interesting about Jogo that happened whenever he confronted Nobito. And it's not in the anime, they cut it out, the particular scene, but whenever Nobito first uses projection sorcery on Jogo, he's able to perceive it and he knows,
You can see it
Nobito is now
happening.
behind
Right,
him,
okay.
puts the two volcanoes down. It's a nice little detail that they left out of the anime that really speaks to Jogo's perception.
Right.
Because someone like Choso, he had to use flowing red scale stack on his eyes alone just to be able to perceive Naoya. And if you don't know, stack techniques are sort of like maximum techniques. They're just maximum techniques that aren't called maximum techniques.
Right.
So he had to use the maximum of his curse technique in his eyes only just to be able to perceive Naoya. And Naoya maybe even has a lesser usage of projection sorcery than Naobito does. And Jogo was able to perceive that and then just launch his volcanoes behind him. Like I said, in the anime they make it a little bit different. It makes it seem like he knew where Naobito was gonna go.
Oh, okay.
And he put his volcanoes down. But yeah, it's just a nice thing that they had left out. Now, another thing about Jogo that gets brought up quite often is the fact that whenever he asked Kenjaku, or who he thought was Geto at the time, how strong he was in terms of Sukuna fingers, Kenjaku's response is around 8 or 9.
8 or 9,
Now,
he said, yeah.
He does say being generous around 8 or 9, but there's a little bit more nuance, like littered throughout the series, that I'd like to apply the context of, to that particular statement.
Okay.
So, for one, Kenjaku's probably talking about in cursed energy amount overall, because as far as we know anyway, Kenjaku probably doesn't know their specific output or how strong they are in general.
Yeah, surely he wouldn't know exactly, like, all right, if you add another finger on, that's exactly how much stronger he is with his abilities, like,
Because it seems like this is the first time they're meeting. He's talking to him about Prison Rome. He's talking to him about their plans on October 31st, which obviously, is Shibuya.
Right, so he hasn't actually seen him do anything either, right?
So it seems like this is their first time meeting, and that's my reasoning for that. So Jogo being 8 or 9 fingers, being generous, maybe you could give him like, if it really was generous, maybe you could give him like, I don't know, 5 or 6 not being generous. I don't know. That's just me throwing out numbers.
Yeah, because how do you even scale
fingers. So one thing that Mahito mentions after meeting Sukuna for the first time when he's fighting Yuji is that even though Sukuna might have in total less cursed energy than Mahito,
I meant less cursed energy than Jogo, not Mahito. Right, okay.
Sukuna's soul is just on a completely different level. And you think, well, what's the importance of the soul? Like, why does the soul matter here? So the soul can kind of dictate how strong you are, especially if you know all of it. They mention how emotions come from the soul, obviously cursed energies based on negative emotions. And whenever Yuji and Mahito and Toto are all fighting in Shibuya, Mahito makes a comment on all of their current soul HP. He says, Yuji's at 10%, I'm at 40%, Toto's at 100%. Can I one-shot Toto in this state that I'm in? And he's like, no, probably not, because of Nobara and what she did to his soul. So there's like a precedent set that your soul can sort of dictate how strong you are, especially if you're not at 100% with it. So someone like Sukuna, who we know is, complete sociopath guy.
Yeah.
He's got, 100% confidence in himself and all that. His soul is on
Hell
another
yeah, and that's
level.
what's so cool about him. He has such swag about him whenever he's around, whenever he shows himself.
His output's probably not limited in the same way that someone like Jogo's is. So even though Jogo might have in total more cursed energy than Sukuna, it's not as likely that he'll be able to get it over on a specific opponent as Sukuna, because Sukuna, he has so much at his disposal. I say that to say, obviously, Sukuna, in the eyes of Megumi, is around Toji's level of speed, or maybe he's a little bit slower than Toji, at least, when he doesn't have his heart. And that's a big point of comparison, because, if Jogo was 5 or 6 Sukuna fingers, you would expect him to just cook someone like Toji. But this just sort of ties back into what Broken Ronin had said earlier. Nobito is probably a little bit faster than Jogo, just based on Dogon's statement, and Toji is absolutely faster than Nobito.
Oh, yeah.
We have
Oh, yeah.
tons of evidence for this.
Toji's so freaking fast. Let's go.
Ranta saying that Toji or the Zenin clan today exists only because of Toji's whim,
Yeah.
the fact that he didn't wipe everyone out. And then we have, Maki going to the Zenin clan and wiping everyone out while not even being fully at Toji's level yet. Just
Yeah, man. Oh, I love that when she just cut the dad's head off straight away. He doesn't even get to draw his sword.
having the heavenly restriction.
I was just gonna say, even if you do like assume some level of relativity or whatever, the difference in all of the other physical stats is like pretty palpable. Jogo is known for having like very low levels of durability, right? That's kind of his thing. He's a glass cannon. If
Yeah, like he's constantly losing limbs and stuff, or like Gojo rips his head off, doesn't he?
he can
And that,
blitz you and one shot you, he's good, but against Toji, that's not necessarily gonna work. Not only is Toji like extremely resilient and just overall very durable, we know that like basically he's known as a superhuman in every single one of his stats. Physically, he's able to just tear through Dagon with the likes of Playful Cloud.
so freaking cool. And the way the anime like animated like him just like sharpening that weapon and then just using it the way it was. Oh, he just didn't stop. He just kept going. It was so sick.
This is completely ignoring other curse tools that he'd have in his arsenal, like the Inverted Spear of Heaven, which would be able to negate Jogo's techniques and like stop any fire blast from continuously coming out, so long as he had that lodged in Jogo's body somewhere. Then he also has Soul Split Katana, which is just able to ignore all durability and cut straight to the soul. Something which, I'm going to be honest, isn't probably entirely needed for Jogo, but would just make his, it would make the idea or like the act of exercising Jogo a significantly easier thing to do. Yeah,
definitely, my god.
And then in terms of like Jogo's Fire Blast and stuff like that, it's very interesting with him because Jogo has like so many different abilities and so many different ways to utilize it, but in character he just doesn't really. We know that he kind of does against Gojo, and then after that he's scarred into not doing it anymore. You could say he maybe brings out the domain expansion, but as we know, domain expansions are not able to even register Toji or Maki. But first of all, they wouldn't even get caught in the domain simply because like they have to opt in, and even if they were, due to their lack of cursed energy, they wouldn't be affected by it. So Jogo would expend all of that energy for essentially no reason.
Just pop out of it. They can go in and out of domains, can't they?
I think it's pretty clear, like mainly due to the stats and mainly due to like just their overall portrayal. Even if you have Jogo like, okay, he's like low end relative to Naobito, we know that Toji, like Six said, can beat Naobito on top of fighting an entire clan of sorcerers as well, right? It's not just Naobito, it's likely Naoya too. Naoya also having projection sorcery in his own like, pretty decent scaling. Overall, it's just not really that easy to make an argument in Jogo's favor. One thing that you could say would definitely hurt Toji and potentially even kill him if it hit is Maximum Meteor. But as we know, like, not only, like, so here's the thing. 15 Finger Sukuna dodging that attack, it doesn't really mean that much. It's not an anti-feat by any means, right? 15 Finger Sukuna probably dodges most attacks from most characters in the series. The problem is that Panda and Kusakabe dodge it. I'm going to be honest, even if it was just Kusakabe dodging it, you can maybe fudge the numbers, right? You could say, okay, Kusakabe's done some pretty impressive stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. Where Sukuna's like, right, okay, no one's allowed to go until I say, and then right.
But it's the fact that Panda sort of avoids it and is able to survive that makes it, like, quite the disappointing sort of attack in terms of, like, its efficiency. Now, one argument that you could give, like, if you were really, like, you're a Jogo fan, right? You really need to be in his corner. You just like me for real. You could say, like, okay, well, when Panda is shown, like, seeing the Maximum Meteor, he's in his Panda form, but after that, he's in his Gorilla form. So it's, like, possible that one of his cores died and he got hit or whatever. And, like, under that assumption, you could say, like, okay, yeah, maybe Maximum Meteor doesn't scale below Panda. But even then, like, even when you're being the most generous, it's just like, well, then where does it scale?
Yeah.
Which is really nowhere. All it does is get avoided or just, like, marginally, like, maybe hit people.
Yeah, I reckon, like, if it hit you, yeah, it's going to do some damage, but, like, it's a slow attack
radius or
when
whatever.
you take it into the grand scheme of what's going on here.
His Fire Blast, because of their lack of, like, it doesn't hit Gojo because of Infinity, Sukuna doesn't get hit because of its speed, and he, like, one-shots Naobito and Maki and, like, Nanami or whatever. But those characters are fodder relative to Toji at this point in the story.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, definitely.
So
Toji's
it's really hard to, like,
throwing hands with all that
in this manner.
Yeah, and then specifically talking about Maki there, Maki has what Yuki calls curse resistance, and obviously not to the heightened level that someone like Toji has. Toji has curse resistance on a much higher scale just because of his heavenly restriction. So Maki survives because of her quote unquote inborn physical toughness and her curse tolerance. Two things of which Toji just has to the absolute maximum.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's not as if like Jogo doing those things is of any importance, especially, you know, when comparing him to Toji. So you really get stuck with, okay, Jogo's in a position where if he opens his domain, where he's not gonna know he can't target Toji with his curse technique. Dogon didn't know it. He's not gonna know it. So he's gonna open his domain probably, and that at that point he loses his curse technique because Toji's either not gonna join in,
Yeah.
or he can't hit him with the sure hit. So then Jogo just has to, you know, try to survive.
Yeah, just stay alive.
essentially. No curse technique or anything like that. And I mean, there's really no way to, like, I don't know, swing this in Jogo's favor. I mean, being the most generous to him, like, even if you do say he's around 8 or 9 finger level, I mean, you know, the whole soul argument that I brought up earlier sort of patches it up as, you know, only being in terms of cursed energy. And it's not like these sorcerers don't judge people on cursed energy alone, right? When Jogo walks in the room, they say he's stronger than Dogon just based on cursed energy. So I mean, it would make sense that, you know, those people don't know about something as complex as the soul. I mean, Nanami had to get an entire lecture on it from Mahito, like, you know, how you protect it and whatnot. So, like, you know, even with that 8 or 9 finger thing, Jogo's feats are just lacking in comparison to Toji's. So I mean, you know, it's like, okay, do you want to stretch the truth and say that, well, Jogo, actually, I don't even know I don't know how you would stretch it. Do you have any ideas how you would stretch the truth? I have no idea. Like,
let me put on my conspiracy theory hat, right? Okay. So like, okay, no, you have to get ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I was thinking about stuff. I'm gonna save it for the end of the video because I got something to say after that. But like, in terms of like Jogo scaling specifically, it's not. You can't really do all that much. Like, you can say Dagon's wrong and like, cool, I guess. That just means like Jogo doesn't inherently scale below Naobito. We know that for a fact Toji scales above though, whereas like it's more ambiguous. You can say, okay, maybe like, okay, his attacks like with maximum output can hurt 15 fingers. Sukuna, cool. That doesn't necessarily mean that it'll hit Toji. Toji also, like you said, Six, has an inborn very high resistance to curses, specifically like cursed energy being shot out in this manner, which on top of his already high level of durability would make him even more difficult to put down. He has basically like a curse tool that can one-shot Jogo and Soul Split Katana. So it's like very, 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 very difficult to argue. Like, difficult is kind of like an understatement. It's impossible to argue based on like his feats and statements and like general lore that Jogo pulls up to Toji rather and just like bodies him.
Yeah, there's no way.
Now, if we're talking about Joe Goat, it's a different story. Joe Goat bodies Toji.
oh my god.
Joe
I'm gonna
Goat.
be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. Toji grabbed Megami and dipped because he was scared that Jogo was around the corner, bro. He said, hold on, let me grab my son. Let me make sure we don't die, and he left. That's all I'm saying. But we're talking about Jogo. It's not looking great, bro. It's looking a little scary for him.
Yeah, if you bring Jogo over from TikTok, I guess, you know, he has a chance. You know,
What?
the one who scared Toji off to go fight his son in another location. That Jogo has a chance, but this Jogo, he has no chance. That's pretty
How
much it, though. I
random.
mean, subscribe to Broken Ronin, please. He's already at 100K,
Appreciate it.
but give him more.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let's get 6 to 100K too, bro. And listen, if you a Jogo supporter, the day this goes up, you gonna see something about Jogo's full potential, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
You hated today's
yeah.
episode. You hated today's episode.
Mate, nah, Toji is the man. I'm loving checking these JJK videos. There's still like a Mother's Basement video I've got to check out as well. And then they got Broken Ronin, and then there was is it No Operator? I think No Operator was the other channel. But the next one I'm going to check out from Six is the Toji versus Mahito. I'm interested in that. I still think Toji's got that. Then there's a few others. I'll just check like one or two every week, do you know what I mean? But anyway, until then, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video upload, links in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask for. Channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. See you guys next time.